Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Deadzerg and Jason on onNewkirk Precinct. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is Deadzerg from Imperative Gaming. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Jason from Cray Squad. Alright, so a PvT for you guys. Had a few of these in the last week or so. Those of you who are fans of the matchup, you are welcome. I enjoy it. I like it. For some reason, a lot of ZVT and PvZ fans on the channel, though, so PvT kind of gets left by the wayside, but still more popular than the mirror matchups. That's for sure. I mean, this is just a plea. If I cast a mirror matchup like a ZVZ, a TVT, or a PvP, it's because it's great. It's because it's great. I cast one between Maru and TY last week, and I haven't even posted it yet at the time of casting this game, but I know it will get like half the views of other stuff that I cast on the channel, and just go back and watch it. It's Maru, it's TY, it's incredible stuff. It's bio versus mech. It's not even like a mirror matchup bio versus bio play. Someone actually goes mech in that game. It makes it for an incredibly interesting matchup. Please check it out. Just trust that the mirror matchups I cast are interesting and fun to watch, even if you're not a fan of that race, right? Like you see a ZVZ, you're like, I don't like Zerg. I don't want to watch that much Zerg. It's really entertaining. It's really fun and back and forth. All right, that's enough begging. Enough begging from me. Jason, is he going for the Reaper? That is definitely... Oh, it's a Marine. I was going to say the rally. Oh, it is a Reaper. Did he accidentally hit M there? For Marine. Is that the hotkey? Well, for me it is. I have the old Brood Warrior style hotkeys. Alright, so this is Mini-Me. All the evil and half the package. Alright, so Mini-Me, the Reaper, going to move on out here, trying to murder as much stuff as he can. But again, pylon placement here for Deadzerg is fantastic. He's going to have a Mothership Core coming out soon as well, an Adept or a Stalker, both of which spell certain doom for Mini-Me. But Jason is brave enough to make this thing happen regardless, and here he goes. Reaper time on the way. Mothership Core already in production, though. Deadzerg knows exactly when to get a Mothership Core to deal with this early Reaper. And an Adept coming into... Ugh, and an Adept being Chrono Boost. SCV scouts... No, wait, the other way. SCV going home after scouting the Protoss base. I was going to say, why was he going that direction? Because he's going home now. That's what it is. Probe coming in to scout things out for Deadzerg. Probably harass that SCV building the command center on the low ground, but chooses not to here. Mini-Me comes in. Any probes? Was Deadzerg foolish enough to saturate this natural base? He was not. Mothership Core overhead raining down fire, and getting out of there is Mini-Me. Yeah, look at this probe harass. He's trying to kill an SCV. Oh no, the SCV wins the fight. Wins the fight. Oh, very sad indeed. Double Marines here coming out now. Got a factory on the way for Jason as well. And a robotics facility. Pretty early robo facility. Sub 3 minutes. Coming up. There we go. Twilight Council robo facility up. Or warping in for Deadzerg right now. And a factory just about completing for Jason. Factory done, and starport, yes, immediate starport as well. So Destiny Cloudfist strike build is what we're seeing here, a 1-on-1 with a command center tossed in there somewhere along the way, usually after the first barracks. Widow Mines coming in for Jason as well. Widow Mine drops again, very popular in TVP, very difficult to stop for Protoss players unless they see it the instant that it is coming. And as this is a GM level game, GM Pro, Jason has played in some professional tournaments for sure. Oh, photon overcharge taken down. Taken down Mini-Me, hopped up next to a pylon. Rough place to be, dude. And you're toast. Anyway, so like I said, GM Pro level game here. Deadzerg does have a YouTube channel if you want to check him out as well. Jason's got a Twitch stream. We can show links to both of those in the description for those of you who are interested in seeing more of these players. Observer on the way for Deadzerg. We got Blink coming in as well. Being Chrono Boost, the Observer is not but Chrono Boost, but Blink is being Chrono Boost at this moment in time. It is 38 to 31 Harvesters. Deadzerg has a very nice lead on his Terran opponent. Widow Mine coming on into the group of Marines here. Single Medevac, so this is going to be a Medevac Widow Mine drop, which seems to be pretty good. Pretty good in this situation. He doesn't have Stim, so these are Stimless Marines, Combat Shieldless Marines. Just one Medevac full, though. Where's the Widow Mine's sitting itself on the ramp? Worried about Adepts, perhaps? Perhaps worried about Adepts. Third Nexus. 4.5 minute third Nexus here for Deadzerg. Looking very, very brave right now. We'll see if that's going to pay off or not. That is quite a risk, actually. If the drop came to this third base, I don't know what Deadzerg would be able to do to stop it. But actually, bypassing it entirely, it is the Medevac coming on down to the natural instead. And there is a pylon here. There's a Mothership Core here. 2 pylons, actually, with enough energy to photon overcharge both of them. I just don't see this working. Jason, get out of there, Jason. Photon overcharge up. And trying to get that mothership core while being shot in the face. Look at the micro by Jason, though. Trying to keep his Marines alive. Just desperately lifting and dropping and lifting and dropping, but it's not enough. The hit's too hard. Mothership core hits way too hard for that to work. It was an admirable effort, but no. It's not like Warp Prism, Blink Stalker Micro that puck is capable of. I don't. I guess maybe Beyond could probably do that, but Jason, again, in the face of a photon overcharge is a different thing than versus Stalkers or other kind of defensive units from Protoss. So, all right, good skin. Good skin on the Stalkers here from Deadzerg. Always fantastic to see that. Got Liberators in production by Jason. Excellent, excellent unit. Against Protoss, they hate Liberators so very, very much. And I've been saying this for a long time now, probably over a year. If you're dealing with Liberators as Protoss, if you try to pussyfoot around them, if you try to dance around them and try to stay out of their damage circles, you're going to lose. Because there's other stuff on the ground that is wrecking you the whole time. If you just go in there strong with Blink Stalkers, get in the circle, absolutely burn down the Liberators as fast as you can, they will die quickly and you will be in a much, much better spot than if you just play with it. That is my personal opinion, and we will see if that holds out here. Liberator gets picked off by Stalkers immediately, trying to fly into the main base, though. That was not great. That was not great. Again, attempted drop here in the natural, getting picked off by Stalkers as well. Deadzerg doing a good job splitting up his forces, having units to defend against drops. And we have a medevac full of Widow Mines just going home for Jason. Not full. There are 3 Widow Mines here instead of the maximum number of 4. But yeah, not great. Not looking good for our Terran player thus far. Warp Prism here for Deadzerg at a potential 3rd base location for the Terran player. Is there a... Yep, Command Center is constructing right now at the natural base. We'll probably fly up. Either up or to the left. These are both places to land. Considering the long-distance mining Jason's doing from the space to the left, he'll probably lift it up and land it right over here instead of going further to the north. Warp Prism doing nothing for Deadzerg. I guess he's waiting for Resonating Glaives and maybe go for some Adept Warp and Harassment stuff, which can be very good. Can be really good against Terran as long as that Resonating Glaives is done. Double Forge on the way for Deadzerg. Jason is working on medevacs. He's getting Marines. He's getting +1 armor for his infantry. Already has attack. And there we go. Command Center upgrading here at the 3rd base. SCVs no longer have to long distance mine, and mules are getting tossed on down. So both players just kind of getting up their forces right now. 60 to 58 Harvesters. Deadzerg's had his 3rd base for a while right now, which is very, very useful as far as Protoss players are concerned. Having a 3rd is nice. Chrono boosting out +1/+1 for his ground units. No sign of a starport or anything like that. Really sticking on robotics facility and very gateway heavy. Actually, this is a very Stalker Adept Sentry-ish right now from Deadzerg. No Disruptors, no Immortals. I don't know how this works against straight bio from Jason. I mean, I know there's a lead here. There's a 137 to 128 lead. Actually just Psionic transferred and stayed there for a minute. That was weird. Haven't seen that before. And then canceling the Psionic transfer, getting scanned. All of you getting scanned by that scan. Sees the entire composition. Does Jason. Getting Marauders. Getting Marines. He still has the +1. Yep, has the +1/+1. It is completed at this time. Couple of Adepts warping into that Warp Prism up north. Might come in and try for some harassment. This Observer placement by Deadzerg is beautiful. Beautiful. Actually, Robotics Bay coming in. I was going to say, Deadzerg can't rely on gateway units entirely. Robotics Bay on the way. Either Colossus or Disruptor. We've seen both of them be pretty effective against Terran in recent times past here. So Depth's trying to sneak on in, and nope. Chasing the army away, but canceling that. Couple of Depths here in the natural base. Enough Marines and Marauders to chase them away, but did cause a full pull of SCVs temporarily. There. Are we doing Disruptor? Nope. Robotics Base still coming in. Takes a long time to make that thing. What are we looking at? 46? Okay, 46 seconds. Not like a Spire. Not a Spire necessarily, but still. Quite a chunk of time. Missile turrets. 3 missile turrets under construction here at the natural base, but the missile turret sneaks in or the Warp Prism sneaks in just behind that construction time. A lot of SCVs dying here. Not good. Widow Mines did a fire on this group of Adepts, causing some problems. Warp Prism trying to get out as there are Marines defending here at the main base. We have another attack of Adepts here in the 3rd getting cleaned up as well. So Jason defending that pretty well. I mean, he has lost 13 SCVs so far in this game. Not great. Not ideal, but it's 61 to 57 total Harvesters. Deadzerg has a lead, but it's not huge. 4th base for Deadzerg on the way now as well. Upgrade, still +1/+1 at its extended thermal lance. It is Colossus for Deadzerg, and it's a pretty Marine-heavy composition, so it makes sense. Adept's getting right on top of this, and full pickup and retreat by Jason right there. Widowmine getting killed as well as the Observer tags along a little bit late to the party as usual. Adepts trying to sneak on in. A sub 10-minute big-time attack out of Deadzerg. Trying to get these Adepts on top of the units. Trying to position his units well, but no, getting right on top of them. Adepts going to town with that resonating glaive. Stalkers in here as well. Marines reinforcing from the natural. Trying to come in. Guardian Shield is up on the sentries. Force fielding, but no, look at how quickly this bio army is getting picked apart by these Adepts with +1 attack. And resonating glaives. Marauders don't even stand a chance. 150 to 84 total supply. Trying to hold the high ground. This is Jason right now, but he lost his third. He's losing his natural base as well. 61 to 39 total harvesters. Force fielding off Jason's own ramp is Deadzerg right now. Only a few units can come down at a time. Adepts picking off this orbital command that landed back down to the third base. It's 142 to 88 total supply. Colossus in production as well here. Can Jason hold this thing? He's got a nice little high ground advantage. Nice high ground advantage. A lot of kills on these Marines and Marauders here. A lot of Adepts dying. I don't know that Deadzerg wants to go up there. It's kind of a meat grinder right now. Force fields are preventing a lot of that from going down. The expansion command center does explode, and that's it. A good game. Good game out of Jason. Jason is defeated, and Deadzerg is victorious. So well done. Well done indeed there from Deadzerg, making it happen again. That sub 10-minute push. +1, oh, actually +2 was finished by this time, but +1 on a ton of Adepts. Got Stalkers, got Sentries in there as well. Stalkers for the Liberators and any medevacs that you have, and Adepts for the bio, and they really do fairly well. I mean, the Marauders had +1. Marines here as well. Did they have combat? They did have combat shield. And stim, right? We had stim. Yeah, we had stim. It's not showing me for some reason, but there is stim there. So yeah, I mean, pretty much what you could expect out of the Terran army. A lot of medevacs here, but just did not matter. The damage output are way too high for Deadzerg. But anyway, this is going to be a sneaky twofer here from Deadzerg. So let's go ahead and check that out coming up in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to our sneaky twofer featuring Jason and Deadzerg. Game 2 is going to be on Overgrowth, the Ladder Edition. So you know what? Let's go ahead and give Jason or Deadzerg rather, a 1 here, because he's won 1 game in this twofer. And let's introduce these players for the second time. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Jason. And in the top right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Deadzerg from Imperative Gaming. Again, I want to mention Cray Squad here for Jason, a very excellent organization as well. Both these players about GM Pro level. I'd say Jason has played in more professional tournaments than Deadzerg has, but again, very excellent GM level players, both as we saw Deadzerg winning game number 1 here. A lot of talk on the channel recently that Terran is the hardest race to master right now, which, I mean, that ebbs and flows, you guys. It does. It goes up, it goes down. Terran was really good in Wings of Liberty for a long time. Protoss kind of had their day in Heart of the Swarm. And then Zerg are kind of the ones that are on top of the heap right now in Legacy of the Void. It just seems like there always has to be somebody on top of the heap. Probe Harass stopping the construction of that barracks and going after the new SCV as well. Are you kidding? Are you kidding right now? This guy is super duper annoying. SCV is forced to pull off the line to try to deal with them. Just absolutely ruining Jason's life right now. And if this is a Reaper Expand, we have a Reaper name ready to go. Again, if you want to submit a Reaper name to this Falcon Paladin feature, you can do so in the comments of any video, and I will probably see it and add it to my list. All right, Reaper on the way. This Reaper's name is Drone Banelord of KD8 Charges. It is said, actually, this is, we'll call him Probe Banelord of KD8 Charges. It is said that this legendary Reaper has killed 209 workers and slain an immortal in single combat. But now his title is being challenged by his peers, saying that he is lying. And if they will not believe his words, then the heads of 200 freshly slain workers shall be his proof. Follow this one-man army on his quest to prove his worth and save his honor. Oh man, 200 workers? You guys are mean. You guys are mean with your Reaper stories. Probe Banelord of KD8 Charges. We're going to call him Banelord. Banelord of KD8 Charges heading up north here. It is such a difficult job against Protoss. I know I say this every time, but geez. Props to Jason for even trying this, honestly. I mean, he checked for an expansion, and he's like, I know I need to regain my honor, but do I really have to go up there? And here he comes, getting a KD8 charge off, hitting a lot of drones there. Does an interesting drone pull. Mothership Core not here yet. Stalker not here yet either. He gets a probe kill. He gets a probe kill, forcing a lot of probes off that line as well. Lost mining time for Deadzerg. Good job Good job, Banelord. Again, not necessarily anything that he did, but Deadzerg a little bit late on his Mothership Core and his Stalker. Just a small window there to get some stuff done, and he made the most of it. Did Banelord. So we'll keep an eye on him for a while now. Cyclone on the way for Jason. We got missile turrets being constructed as well. Worried about an Oracle opening, I suppose. I mean, I guess did see double. It's a 1 base opening from Deadzerg, so yeah, could worry about Starport. That makes a lot of sense, but it is a robotics facility instead. So I guess, again, good against air stuff, good against DTs. Missile turrets aren't going to hurt anything at this stage of the game. Banelord sneaking around, trying to do some stuff. Probe Scout for Deadzerg coming in here, and actually 1 basing it as well is Jason. There's the expansion from Deadzerg. It is late, but it is there, and it gets destroyed. Banelord gone. 3 Stalkers versus a Reaper. Not a fair fight. Not even close to a fair fight. Scouting down. Does not see an expansion, but does get murdered by a Cyclone. Wow. Cyclone DPS is kind of insane. Kind of insane, it turns out. So moving on up here do come a bunch of Cyclones. Couple Cyclones versus Stalkers. Not a great fight. Not a great fight. They want to actually just bypassing each other entirely. Stalkers head south. Cyclones and medevac full of Marines head north. Did you seriously not see each other? Is this like the earliest base race of all time? That might be what it is. Stalkers picking off the SCV, building that command center. A couple more SCVs coming down, forcing a cancel on that expansion. Stalkers just walking right on up. Are we invited to this party? They say. Cyclones, though, say, you trying to expand. How dare you? I shall use my Tornado Blaster upon your Nexus and absolutely melt it. Forcing a cancel there as well. Stalkers going after the Tech Lab, which they can hit. No upgrades on that factory for the time being. This reactor in trouble as well here. Trying to go up the ramp are the Marines and the Cyclones, but Photon Overcharge and a couple Stalkers and an Immortal. Oh, Immortal very good in that situation. Good job getting an Immortal. Deadzerg. Stalker is able to walk on in now. There are 3 Marines, but versus 3 Stalkers, that's not a fair fight. Not a fair fight. Marines getting killed. Liberator does show up, setting up a Defender mode circle. Get out of the circle. Get out. I know. Oh, look at all these SCVs forced to sacrifice their lives trying to save this main base. A tank finally shows up, doing awesome single target damage against the Stalkers. They recognize their jig is up and surrounded by SCVs once again. Oh, the SCVs getting their revenge upon this harassing Stalker. A lot of them are dying, but eventually all the Stalkers are dead. That's 7 dead SCVs and a Reaper. 5 Marines lost in exchange for 3 Stalkers, and 2 probes have been killed so far in this game. So interesting reset. We're sticking at 1 base here 5 minutes in. Nobody seems comfortable enough to really expand. Another Liberator trying to sneak up here along the right side, get inside of this main base of Deadzerg, but there are so many pylons for Photon Overcharge. Holy crap. Holy crap. There's the expansion by Jason. There's the expansion by Deadzerg, taking their naturals at virtually the same time. It is 25 to 21 total harvesters. Deadzerg has that lead. Liberator trying to come in, but look at this pylon placement by Deadzerg. There's no safe place to go unless you're just on the edge of this dead space. There we go. There it is. Does force a retreat. Photon Overcharge. Not enough range here. Probe getting killed. You can't come back to these very back mineral lines. The Liberator will kill you. Pylon on the way for Deadzerg, though, and it's time to go, Jason. It is time. Oh, could have got another probe kill, but Photon Overcharge getting a shot off there, heading over to the natural base, which is not done yet. We have Stalkers, we have Immortals moving in to the natural of Jason, though. Immortals in the front, again, doing extra damage versus the Cyclones and the tanks here. Still, doing extra damage versus them are the Cyclones, and the Immortals actually taking a lot of damage here. One gets killed pretty much instantly. Liberator setting up shop here at the natural base. There's nothing here. Again, there's nothing here to kill, as the Nexus is not done yet, but Scout is always prepared, is what they always say. Be prepared is the motto of the Boy Scouts. Is that a motto or the slogan? There's the slogan, the oath, and the motto. So a lot of different sayings in the Boy Scouts. I used to know them all once upon a time. I maxed out at Life Scout. Never did my Eagle project. I think I was like that was it. That was all I had left. I'd done all of my other merit badges and advancements, and Eagle project I was like, seems like a hassle, and didn't get it done. So nope, no Eagle Scout here. Liberator has no kills since setting up this natural base. Might get a Stalker depending on the placement here, and if Deadzerg can get in there, is he waiting for Blink? He doesn't have Blink on the way. I don't know what he's waiting for, but he can't saturate this natural. Hallucinated probes coming to draw the fire of the Liberator. It kind of works. One Stalker dies. And then I've never seen hallucinated probes before. That was awesome. That was awesome by Deadzerg. Go hallucinated probes. Go. I mean, make your opponent thinking you're worker all-inning or something. That would be interesting. That'd be really fun, actually, to see that. coming at you. Just like 100 probes. What is happening? Why? And then they're all just hallucinations. Third Nexus on the way for Deadzerg. Coming right on in here. 37 to 31 total harvesters. Jason has his little eclectic group of Cyclones, Tanks, Marines, and Marauders. A bit bio, a bit mech. A little bit of this and a little bit of that here. Hallucinated Phoenix. There we go. That's what we like to see hallucination used for. And what we are used to seeing. Actually, was there an attempted drop here by Jason that I missed? Possibly. Possibly, yes. Dang it. How many probes have been killed? Only 4? Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not. Probably nothing successful anyway. Stalker's Immortals coming up to the third base defending it. Hallucinated Phoenix chasing a wounded medevac all the way home, but can't do any damage to it as it is a hallucination. So the next time you see something that's not there, speaking of Sherlock, the TV show, just know it can't hurt you because it's not real. Man, are you guys watching Sherlock? Probably the 4th season's done by the time you're watching this, but just finished episode 2 last night. This is the craziest show through episode 2. There are so many fan theories and so many just like conflicting things that cause problems and questions. Attempted drop here with a warp prism to the natural base. Gets shooed away by some Marines. Missile turret just now completing. Does not get a shot off if the warp prism leaves. Being chased a little bit is this warp prism, but faster and smarter and more in the sky than these Cyclones and Marines and Marauders are. So it's A-OK. A-OK. Still alive. Still alive. Charge on the way for Deadzerg. I love Charge. I love the new Charge. It hits so hard and it's so fast. Zealots are so much better than they used to be. It's amazing what speed does. Same thing for Zerglings, right? Slowlings, Turbo. Speedlings, good. A good unit. Not by themselves, but still a great unit. As we've seen from players like Solar. Like we've seen from players like... Who else loves their Lings? Sort of loves their Lings as well. Sonu as well. What is with the S names? At least... sounding with an S. Warp Prism for Deadzerg sneaking on down here into the main base. There is nothing here. There's a single missile turret, and it might actually kill this Warp Prism. Get out! Warp Prism, run! No, it gets killed! Ugh, Deadzerg, pay attention. Pay attention. Cyclone at the front gets murdered by Deadzerg's army. Pushing up with the Cyclone first seems a little weird. There we go. Force fields tossed down. Marines, Marauders, Tanks. Tanks are not in siege mode. They're not attacking anything right now. Which is bad for our Terran player. Are the Cyclones all dead? Cyclones are all dead unless that got picked up. Nope, Cyclones are dead. Marines and Marauders are all that is left here. Observer for Deadzerg placed in a nice position to see what is coming out of the Terran army. Terran's base. He did the same thing in Game 1. Same thing in Game 1. Colossus production for Deadzerg. He likes his Colossus in TVP. He really enjoys it quite a lot. Boom. Alright, so Marines, Marauders, Tanks. Very standard composition here for Jason. He's got medevacs in the sky as well. Gonna try to throw down a third base here. Fairly mineral starved though, surprisingly. So only got 200 minerals in the bank. Deadzerg sitting on about 400 or so. Already has his third base up and running. It's 49 to 51 harvesters. Only has a 2-worker lead, but I think Jason's getting a little bit oversaturated. Yes, he's transferring probes around. He's long distance mining. There's that third base under construction right about now. Concussive shell coming in for Jason. We've got extended thermal lance on the way from Deadzerg. And sneaking Marine. Marine comes up to see this third base of Deadzerg and says, "Oh, crikey, when did this get here?" Actually, has he scouted that already? He sure knows about a lot. He knows about that Nexus. Perhaps he does. Perhaps he does. Sneaking up this left side. Jason says, "The left base must die." No! There's a scouting pylon army repositioning itself for Deadzerg to be ready for this. It's just so annoying. So annoying for Jason now. Marines, Marauders in the front versus Adepts. The upgrades here are... Let's see if we can do this. Can we do G for upgrades? Kind of. We don't have attack upgrades there, just special ability upgrades. So no upgrades for the bio, which is not great. No upgrades for the ground units for the Protoss either, which is weird. Small skirmish here at the left, Zelning a watchtower. Splitting his units is Deadzerg, trying to hem Jason in. Colossus in the middle, Adept, Stalkers at the bottom, and Immortals at the top, forcing a full liftoff by Jason and a retreat. Retreat! Run, Jason. He's doing it. He's trying to run for his life and runs out of boost. Runs out of boost, trying to drop on this third base. Stalkers warping in with the extremely slow warp and not touching that Nexus. And the juke back the other way by Jason. He's kind of pinned in right now, though. I don't know where he can go is the problem. He needs to boost right or boost left. He's so indecisive. What do I do? What do I do? He's patrolling back and forth so they don't go too close to either of the Stalkers. It's time to go. Time to go now. Everybody left. Deadzerg left. He left the areas He had left. Now he's close enough to probably shoot you if you try to come near. But Jason, move. Templar Archives on the way for Deadzerg. I love either Storm or Archons in this situation. Can't argue with it whatsoever. Finally scanning, boosting on that, recognizing he is free. Going down that left side, breaking in for home. And he will escape. Deadzerg, you left him off the hook. Leave like 8 Stalkers on the ground in either location. Pick off medevacs as they come in and then reinforce as necessary. Vikings in production for Jason to deal with the Colossus that he knows are on the field right now. There are 3 of them. 3 Colossus, 4 Immortals. We got Storm on the way. We got Blink on the way. Kind of a late Blink considering how many Stalkers our Protoss player has, but yeah, I think he'll be fine. 174 to 166 total supply. Jason, traditional Marine, Marauder, Medevac army right now. He's getting Vikings, which you need. Just this is so Wings of Liberty, except for the Adept presence. Everything else is pretty much the same as what we saw in the original expansion for StarCraft 2. I was never a huge fan of Vikings in response to Colossus and Wings of Liberty. I liked Marauder groups a little bit better. Just seemed like it stem forward and pick off Colossus very quickly, especially against those Stalkers. Man, Stalkers got torn apart by Marauders back in the day. Adepts with +1/+1. Same for the Immortals and the Stalkers and the Colossus. Everything here has +1/+1 actually. Marine taking down a hallucinated Phoenix. We got some more replacement pylons up along this left side. Deadzerg does not want to be caught by surprise out there. 4th base on the way from Deadzerg here at the goal just south of his 3rd. Jason needs to take that out. He is in no position to take a 3rd or a 4th of his own right now. Here he comes, pushing with his Vikings in the sky. Can his Vikings take down the Colossus first? If he can, I feel good about these Marines, although the storms could be excellent. Where are my Templar? Where are my Templar at? They do have enough for 1 storm each right now. Continuing to make Vikings. Maybe don't overproduce Vikings. You have 11. Triple pumping them right now, but here it is. Here's the engagement. Vikings getting some nice volleys off on one of the Colossus and killing one almost instantly. Another one could die here as well. Viking, another Colossus dead. Good storm there on the left side. Tanks trying to explode, getting picked off. Another storm on top of the tanks. All the Colossus are dead. Storm dodging by Jason. Pretty good right here, but a lot of Immortals trying to land the Vikings to do extra damage against these Stalkers, but they're dying almost immediately against those Immortals. Some more Vikings coming in. Again, overproducing Vikings. Perhaps that happened. I don't know. Deadzerg's up 136 to 120 total supply. Heading south right now. Stalkers, Immortals on the ground, chasing Deadzerg away. Chasing him away, but was not able to kill that 4th. Wasn't able to kill the 4th was Jason, making more Marines, getting +1 air weapons, getting +1 air, or +1 infantry armor. Infantry armor right now, +2 weapons. Just now finishing up for the Deadzerg. Upgrades again, definitely favoring our Protoss player. Jason struggling with those, trying to land that 4th base, but it's 152 to 129 total supply. Worker count is about even, which means Deadzerg has a nice lead in that army supply. Pulling back though, pulling back nonetheless. Vikings on the ground doing that extra damage versus mechanical, which is handy against Stalkers and against Immortals. It's just both those things hit pretty hard against Vikings, and it's better. It's better if they're not tanking damage and if they're just rather doing it. All right, so 4th base does end up landing here for Jason, and a 5th base on the way for Deadzerg in the top left side of this map. More Colossus coming in for the Protoss player. I don't know how effective those were. The 3 that died early, they died really early in that battle. They probably got some swipes off, but I feel like the Storms were a little better. The Immortals good against the Marauders, and the Adepts fairly good against the Marines. Long distance mining SCVs here at a potential 5th base to the north of the main get cleaned up by SCVs on this hit, or by Stalkers on this hit squad of Protoss that is just running around willy-nilly right about now. Marines, Marauders, Liberators in production right now. More Immortals in production for a Deadzerg, and here we go. A lot of Zealots in this mix. A lot of Zealots for damage absorption. 196 to 153 total supply. Deadzerg effectively maxed out right now and has a nice concave option coming in. Liberator tries to shed up, gets killed immediately there. Coming forward with the Zealots absorbing the damage. Jason not engaging, storm dodging pretty well to this point. More Templar coming in though, and backed into a corner a little bit is Jason, losing the refinery. Vikings recognizing there are no Colossus. Is it time to land? Is it time to land? I don't know. Microing to his heart's content is Jason right now, but the blanket storms are too much. Feedbacks on the medevacs as well. Medevacs out of energy, getting burned out of the sky. It's 154 to 86 total supply. Protoss player Bam gets the win. Jason with the GG, and Deadzerg is victorious. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. All right, so really great PvT there. Deadzerg winning both of these games against Jason. Those of you who are Terran fans probably not too happy right now with the state of the PvT matchup. But again, upgrades I think were a big story in this match. +2/+2 done for Deadzerg. The Marines had +1/+1. Not great immortal count, very high. 6 kills, 12 kills, 4 kills, 10 kills. Really taking those Marauders down super easily. Marauders, 19. 19 were killed. How'd our Templar do? 9 kills on that Templar, 5 kills on that Templar, 6 kills on that Templar. Just, again, Blanket Storm's good. Good against Bio, especially Marine Heavy, as we saw here, as 109 Marines lost their lives. So, great job. Great job there by Deadzerg. Again, Twitch streams for both of these players in the description. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload, and a sneaky twofer at that. You can catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.